Hello, hello, it's Jennifer Sinceri, and I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and it is March 25th, Friday night, 2022, and I'm so glad that I get to spend my Friday evening with you. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to be playing with the Symbols of Fortune suite, which can be found in our current mini catalog, which is good through June. If you don't have a catalog and would like a catalog, please let me know and I can send that to you free of charge. It would be my gift to you. All I ask is that you place an order during the life of the catalog. And so what I would love for you to do for me right now, I'm seeing a few people hopping on. Hi everyone, happy Friday. Please go ahead and comment and let me know where you're from. And if it's your first time watching me, what you're planning on doing this weekend. It's just fun when we interact with each other. And then also, can you give my video a thumbs up or a heart? And that way more people will see it. I appreciate that. If you don't already follow me on Facebook, you'll want to make sure that you click the like or follow button, Stamping with Jennifer Sinceri. You can find me on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Instagram. All right? All right. I'm seeing we've got quite a few people here. Hi, Shelly, and hi, Catherine. Hi, Lori. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Lori, are you sure it's your first time watching me live? I think you've been here before. I think you have. All right. So like I said, we're going to play around with this gorgeous suite. I have to tell you, I rushed home today after school because I've had a very full, hectic week, and I didn't get to plan beforehand for tonight. So I got home and I've been playing since about 3:30, designing and getting these cards ready for you tonight. And I'm loving this designer series paper. You know that I love paper. I'm a paper and a ribbon fanatic. This paper is gorgeous, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. So this suite, just so you know, for those of you that if you fall in love with the products and you want to order them, if you don't have a catalog, that's okay. You can order online, and you can go to my shop, jennifersinceri.stampinup.net, and that's where you can place orders. You can view everything that is in a catalog online, and if you love the whole suite, there is an item code that you can use to order the entire suite, and it'll you can find that. There may be elements to the suite that you're not in love with, but you want a part of it, and that's okay. You can order individual pieces. So we have the stamp and die bundle, which I'm going to show you up close. If you order the bundle instead of both items separately, you're going to save 10%. We have a gorgeous, soft, succulent shimmer ribbon. We have some really fun embellishments. There's also the Mother of Pearl specialty paper, which I've played with before. It's gorgeous. And then I feel like the star of the show is the designer series paper. Okay? All right, so I'm going to put that aside. Here are the stamps. We've got this fun crane, and then we've got chrysanthemums. And I think this is a shadow here. We've got some dragonflies, some bamboo, and then 3 sentiments. There is also a stamp set that I think coordinates with this, and it's in our annual catalog. It's the bamboo stamp set. I should have tagged my page in my catalog. I'm just trying to flip and see if I can find it really quick. If someone has their catalog and they beat me to it, you get extra bonus points. Okay, looks like it's on page 49. So glad they give us an index in the catalog. There it is. So this stamp set has bamboo, and if you look at the font, study that font really carefully, it looks the same as this font. Look at that. So this would be a great add-on to this stamp set. Or maybe you have this already. Who knows? So we have wishing a lifetime of happiness and a world full of love, much luck and good fortune, and then sending 1,000 well wishes on your special day. So this could be birthday, this could be wedding, it could be like a congratulations card. There's a lot that you could do with this. If you were to choose this stamp set to accompany it, we've got the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that breaks, and that's a Japanese proverb. You are so loved. A true friend is the one who holds your hand and touches your heart. That's a quote. Grateful for all that you do, sending caring thoughts. I might have to get this. I don't have it because I really like some of these sentiments to go with my stamp set. All right. Now, if you watch to the very end, I have 3 cards that I'm going to do with you tonight. 2 are fun folds. I'm going to save the last one, the really wow card, for the end. So you're going to have to stay with me. Okay? All right, let's look at the dies. So we've got, I have no idea what this is called. I know it's got a special name. You guys think you know what it's called? Let me know. It starts with a G, I think. I'm not sure. All right. And then this shape actually will cut out, it will cut out this shape. So if you stamp it, it also will cut out the chrysanthemums from the designer series paper. So I used the die and I cut this image out also. So you can cut the flowers out from the paper. You can cut it out from your stamps, which, yes, is ginkgo. You're right, Catherine. That's what it is. Bingo. And then we've got the crane here. So we can stamp our crane and then cut it out. We've got a fun foliage, and I've cut a couple out that I'm going to use on cards. I'll show you just so you can see what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay. And then we've got this guy here, which will cut this out. We've got the dragonflies, which will cut this out. And then we have another smaller ginkgo leaf here. Okay. So that's what you have in dies. All of these dies fit in the mini cut and emboss machine, or you can use the large one. Doesn't matter which one you have. They will work in either machine. Okay. All right. Are you ready to get started? Have I shown you the paper? I don't think I've shown you the paper. All right. Let me show you the paper. It is breathtaking. Breathtaking. So Shelly, you said you're trying to get this sweet. I looked at the inventory status report and I can't remember what part was not available. Okay, so this is a 12 by 12 pack of paper. You're getting gold, metallic gold in there. I'm sorry, my brain is like shorting out on me right now. And then we've got this beautiful piece. And then this piece has cranes on it. Now these will not, I don't think, let me look. I'm going to check my die here. Nope, it's not the same shape. So they don't cut out. But you could fussy cut those out. All right. And then look at this piece. This has that soft succulent, calypso coral, evening evergreen in it. Just beautiful. And it's got the little butterflies. So then one of our embellishments that we carry are these brushed brass butterflies. Look at that. That would be fun with this, wouldn't it? And then we have this page. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then this piece. And then we have this. I'm hoping the light is picking up all the gold well. And then we have this. I think that's lovely too. And then look at this. I'm going to hold that up so you guys can see it better. And then I think I used this with my kites because I had the clouds. And then we have this guy. And then the last one is some bamboo. So you've got a great selection here. All right. Okie dokie, let's get started. The first card is a very simple layout because I want to show you that paper crafting does not have to be complicated, but because Stampin' Up! Makes such amazing products that color coordinate, your cards look professional. They look breathtaking. I'm trying to find my, there, getting my bone folder. I'm using a piece of thick, basic white cardstock. Okay, and I wanted to burnish to get a nice crisp fold. And then I've just cut some strips of designer series paper. This is going to be a very clean, crisp card. And I want to say that these are, I started with a little bit bigger than an inch. And then I worked down to an inch. But it's ever so slight. It's like an inch and an eighth. Okay, so very pretty. We've got some gold. Hi, Lori. Welcome. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this. You can use whatever adhesive you feel comfortable with. You can use liquid glue. You can use your double-sided runner tape, whatever you want. I'm just going to give you a disclaimer. I think let's see, I have to count. 1, 2, 3. I think I have 4 teenage boys downstairs. Yeah, our house has become the place to hang out on Friday night. Which I'm not complaining as a parent. I'm not complaining. But I gave them a little talk tonight. I said, dudes, I'm going to be live on Facebook. And you guys don't realize how loud your voices get. They're like, okay. So we'll see how they do tonight. All right. This is a silicone mat, and I like to use it so that my paper that I'm using to protect my surface doesn't get sticky. Because, you know, your paper can rip if it sticks to another paper, and we don't want that to happen. So I like to use this little guy. I don't always remember to use it, but it makes it so much easier. Now I'm looking at my paper because some paper is directional. We don't want our flowers to be upside down if not necessary. And I'm looking at this. We've got blossoms growing up and we have blossoms cascading down. So it really doesn't matter which way. Your butterflies are going in different directions. Butterflies can go in lots of different directions. So I don't think it matters. So you just pick what looks good to you. So this is a great layout that you can use with scrap paper. As long as you've got a paper trimmer so you can get those straight edges, you won't have a problem. Okay, so there's our 3 strips of paper. Hi, Julie. Welcome. Now, I cut out a piece of soft succulent, and then I have my basic white. These dies are from the Stitch So Sweetly set, and they are retiring, sadly. I was very surprised to hear that these were retiring. So if you don't have a basic set of die cuts for your labels and for your sentiments, you might want to grab these. There's a couple different shapes. And then I've pulled some different color inks here. We've got Calypso Coral, which is in all the paper. We've got Evening Evergreen, and we have our Soft Succulent. And I'm thinking That soft succulent is not going to show up like I want, plus my paper is that color, and I want some distinction. So I'm going to go with Evening Evergreen. I'm going to go with a little bit darker ink for my sentiment. Now, the sentiments that I'm choosing are actually not from this stamp set because I don't have the bamboo set, and I really liked that one. So I pulled another set because this card is going to probably be, I'm thinking of you, get well type card. And so I pulled Inspired Thoughts, and I pulled out Sending Healing Thoughts Your Way and Sheltering You with Love at a Time When Words Fall Short. So I pulled both of those sentiments out. This is a great set because it's got thank you and congratulations. It has a Christmas, sympathy, you make a difference. There's a lot of different occasions in this set. This set is carrying over in the brand new annual catalog, so that's nice. You have time to grab it. It is part of a bundle right now, and it won't be in the new catalog, okay? But that's a great set for sentiments if you need a sentiment set. All right, so here's my thing. These are rubber stamps, okay? And we call them cling. They're very sticky. The blocks that we use have a nice groove here for your fingers. These are a little hard to get off. If they've been sticking on your block for a while, they're hard to come off. I always use my little U-pick tool to kind of pry them off. Okay, so we have these stickers on them so that you can see where you're putting your image. All right, remember the old wood blocks and you had to kind of guess where to put them? This is so nice because you can see through and see where you're putting it. And Catherine, no need to apologize. If you have questions, feel free to ask questions. I may not catch it as I'm demonstrating, but I will always go back through all the comments and then try and answer any questions that I see, okay? So this is about learning and being inspired. So don't worry, okay? Hi, Deanna. Hi, Stacy. All right. The other thing is our inks, you don't need to smash this in. If you've got a really juicy ink pad, then you're going to get the coverage that you need. And you just are going to go tap, 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 tap. Okay? We're not going to grind this in because what's going to happen is you're going to get ink on the side of your stamp, and that's going to show up on your paper. All right? And we want nice, clean images. So another little tip, you'll want to have baby wipes or like a Kleenex in here, whatever you use. Maybe it's a rag. If you need to wipe off some ink, you can do that. The other thing that we sell that's great, I love it, is what we call a chamois. And this doesn't look pretty, and that's okay. But these you put in water, it's just like a chamois you would use on your car. But you can wipe your stamps on here and clean them off, and then you're good to go. All right? I just put mine in running water, and I just rinse it out. It's going to be stained, but that's okay. All right? So that's another option for you. All right, let's get this sentiment stamped, okay? And I'm just going to put even pressure, nice even pressure. Okay, perfect. We don't want to press too hard with the rubber because, like I said, you'll end up getting an outline of the stamp and you don't want that. No, 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 that won't look good. All right, so let's put this cutie pie here, and I'm wondering if I want to add a little bit of stamping on here, maybe very lightly, part of our chrysanthemum blossoms. What do you guys think about that? Just to liven it up a little bit. Those boys downstairs are cracking me up. They're giggling. Okay, let's see. And if I don't like it, I can always turn it over and then do it on the next side because paper has two sides. I'm going to stamp off because I want this very light. All right, see how I've got a little bit of the flower there? And this has got some buds right there. I think we'll put some of the buds over here in the corner. I'm just going to stamp off so it's very light. Okay. Let me close this. Ooh, I'm telling you, my craft room's upstairs and it's getting hot. We are getting hot here. Finally getting some warm weather. I think I might start working in my garden this weekend. We'll see. It's either going to be this weekend or next weekend. All right. So I've mounted that. Isn't that nice? Okay. It's better than just all white. And then we're going to pop this up. But to dress it up a little bit more, I took some of those dies and I cut out some of our dies in gold foil paper. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to decide what we want to put on here as some added embellishing. Okay. What do you guys think of that? I think that looks pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere these down. All right, so there's one. I want them at different heights. I know the gold foil really does make this, makes it really pop. Okay, and then I'm going to put this guy down here. And now let's use some of these Stampin' Dimensionals. They're just double-sided foam tape. And that makes your pieces stand out. Have a dimension so that it's not flat. Gives it more interest. And I'm just pulling off those little backings. I find these backings all over my house. They're even on my cats sometimes. Okay. Put that there. And then let's add maybe a little bling. Maybe. What you thinking? These are the polished dots. These come with this suite. And there's a very, let's see, do they tell you what colors they are? No. But it's a very light pink and then clear. So we could use those. There's also these elegant faceted gems. And those are a little more sparkly. We've got so many different embellishments. We've got the opal rounds, and I don't really think those go well, so I don't think I'm going to use those. And then we've got our iridescent rhinestones, and I don't think that goes either. So I'm going to go with either one of these two. And I'm leaning more towards this because it has more of the blush color. Okay, so we'll go with these guys. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, thank you. Paper crafting doesn't have to be difficult, right? As we know, it's very simple. As long as you have the right tools. I think people get frustrated when they don't have the right tools. Right, ladies? So once you make that investment, then you're set to go. All right, we'll put 2 down there. And maybe I kind of want to put something on the white. Let's see. I don't know if this one will show up. Not really. Let's go with that. Shelly's, that's why I have to have everything. You know, this is my therapy. This is what I do to unwind from a hard day at work, to de-stress. And so you just have to decide where you want your money to go, right? Some people like to travel. Some people like to eat out. I personally like to craft. So that's where, when I have play money, that's where I put it. All right, so I could pull that, or I don't even know if I need a bow or the shimmer. I don't know if I even want a bow on this one. Or my soft, no, the soft succulent will blend in too much. I think I'm going to leave it alone. What do you guys think? No bow this time? Shelly says no bow. I think I agree with you guys. I think I don't want it to take away from the gold foil. All right. Now, let's dress up the inside, okay? I like to add an extra matte on the inside when I have a white card. All right, so I'm going to grab my paper trimmer just real quick, and I'm going to cut a piece of soft succulent, and I'm going to put that on the inside. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. So here's the 5. And here's the quarter line. So that's where we're going to cut. All right, and then I'm going to have another piece of white because I do want to write on this, and I'm going to just trim it a little, oops, I'm going to trim it a little bit shorter. So if it was 4, I'm going to take a 1/4 off. I'm going to go 3 3/4. So I'm just trimming a little tiny piece off. And then if this was 5 1/4, I'm going to go to 5 and just trim a little piece off. Okay. And then let's put some chrysanthemum on the inside. And this is a huge stamp. I wouldn't recommend putting the whole stamp on. You just need a little bit. I'm going to stamp off because I don't really want it super dark. Okay, just a little bit. And then let's put our sentiment that I chose. Sheltering you with love at a time when words fall short. All right. Okay. And then if you wanted to, we could add those little dragonflies in here. And I'm going to use some soft succulent. See, I'll put a little one right there. I picked soft succulent, right? Yep, that looks dark. I'm talking to myself here. And let's put these guys up like this. Here we go. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. All right, so let's go ahead and mount this to our mat. So that way we've got a little bit of color all the way around, not so much white. And then we'll put this inside our card. All right, there's the inside of our card. Isn't that pretty? I just feel like that matte really helps. Okay, there's the first card, you guys. I hope you like it. I'm going to hold it up a little bit closer so you can see better. You can see the gold and see the stamped image and see the embellishments. Okay. Thanks, guys. I really like this paper. I really like the paper. And I wouldn't have thought of putting the crumb cake with the gray, but they're neutrals and it really works. Yep. Okay, next card. Are you ready? This one's a little more colorful. Okay, and it's call this a Z card, a Z fold. All right, so I took a regular card base and then I just scored it down the middle. I believe it's 2 1/8. Okay, and I folded it out. Lori, you better watch out because I have been known to change people's minds about things. Talk to Shelly about that. Shelly can testify. She doesn't like things and then she watches me demonstrate it and then she says she has to go buy it. So that means I've done my job well. Okay. All right. So this is called a Z card. All right. So we're going to do some fun layering with this. Okie dokie. All right. This was, excuse me, this was actually scrap. You can see I used it for something else, but I'm not going to waste this paper. I ended up taking the die from the scallop contour dies. It is just an edge. This is what it is. All right. And so I put it on my edge of my paper. I ran that through my Stampin' Emboss machine. And now I have this really fun edging right there. And we're going to cover up that other piece. Don't you worry. Okay. So I am going to adhere this in. Yeah, Stacy's not so easy to convince. I don't know. I have to work harder with Stacy sometimes. Although, if I do anything in purple, she likes it. All right. I want a little bit of that evening evergreen to show on the edge. Okay. Now we're going to take a piece of white and we're just going to put that right there. Okay. I wouldn't say that you're a pushover, Shelly. I wouldn't say that. I would say you are easily inspired. How's that? That's more positive. Okay. Got to make sure I line it up well. Okay. So we can write here. And we're going to put this page here. Sorry, guys. I feel like I've got things in my way. I think I want to do it this way. All right. So see how that, isn't that pretty? All right. Let's adhere this. All right, so as I am gluing, what would you say is your favorite part of this suite so far? The stamps, the paper, the embellishments, the dies. What do you feel speaks to you? Okay, while you guys are commenting in the chat box, these are doilies. They come in a pack, and they're really dark colors. They're from a different suite, the Home and Hearts suite, I think. I can't remember. Well, I'm going to use the white side, all right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two, because when I put this on here, I don't want you to see the gray on the other side. So I'm going to glue them back to back to each other. How's that? I just have to make sure I line them up really well. Okay. And then I have a double-sided white doily. Let me move that to the side. I think I'm going to use liquid glue because liquid glue gives you a little more wiggle room. It's wet. And if I don't have it perfectly lined up, that's okay. It'll let me move it. So let's use some liquid glue. So I'm seeing paper, stamps. You love it all. All right, so I'm lining those little shapes up and making sure, oopsie, that one's not quite. See, the liquid glue is the way to go with this because I can move it. All right, nice. Okay, and I cut out, I used one of my circled dies. This is a stitched one, so this is actually retired. It was what I grabbed first, but we still have circle dies. And I'm going to put that in the middle of my doily. And again, just look at how you want, well, it doesn't matter because I can move this. Just pay attention to how you want your image to look. The nice thing about the doily is you can move it however you want. All right. So I think we're going to go this way. This way. I think we'll go this way. Now, when I do this, I want my card to still open. Okay. So we're only going to put adhesive here. We're not going to put adhesive on the whole back of my doily. All right. So I'm going to eyeball this. And I'm just going to put some adhesive right here. Looking at where my butterflies are. Okay, and if I need to go in there with a little liquid glue, I could, but I think it's pretty good. All right, so that's the front. And I cut out one of these guys. Now we can decide where we want to put this. I was thinking of putting it on here. Okay, to help with my focal point. So I think I'm going to do that. I didn't want to cover up my other butterfly, but I guess I'm going to be, huh? Or unless I don't like it on that side. All right. And then I can add some butterflies on there. But I'm looking, I have my new punch, and I always forget what it's called. It's not the sprig, it's the, I don't remember. It's in the mini catalog. There's a little flower, so we could add some of those here if we wanted to. I'm kind of deciding what I want to do. I think we'll do that. I don't want it to cover up this little head right here. All right, now we're going to cover up those stems because I don't like that. Is it the bow punch? I was wondering if it was the bow, but my mind was just kind of foggy there. All right, I'm going to grab some of our linen thread. I don't know that it's going to show up. We'll go with, no, I don't like that either. I'm being indecisive tonight. Maybe we will go back to the thread. All right, now when I use my thread, I wrap it around my fingers a few times because I don't like wimpy bows. I like it to show up. All right, so I've done about 3 loops, and I'm just going to hold it with my fingers, and then I snip, and then I cut another piece, and I use that. I'm still holding. Let me move this out of the way so you can see I'm still holding it, but I just kind of use my other fingers to help me tie it. And sometimes I have to put it in my mouth. So let me just pull it with my mouth. Okay, there we go. If you have a buddy next to you, then have your buddy help you. But you got to use what you got. All right, so I'm just tying that really tight, and I'm going to mess up my loops a little bit because I don't want them to look super perfect. I want them to look carefree. How's that? And now I've got a rustic bow that I can add right there. And I'm going to put that on with a glue dot. Glue dots are great for bows. So I just fold it back so we don't see all of the glue dot. We just have it where we need it. Okay. I think I'm going to need to, there we go. There we go. And then let's put a little more bling on this. And maybe we'll go with the clear this time. Like little dewdrops. Little dewdrops. If you wanted more sparkle, you could easily add on the rhinestones. Okay. They don't really show up though. All right, I think I'm going to change my plan because I want my bling to show. So Catherine asked, what envelopes do I use? Great question. We sell packs of envelopes. You get 40 in a pack, and they are the standard size that if you use this dimension card base, they will fit. And so I always have stacks of envelopes. They're just plain white, or you can get vanilla colored. And then I like to stamp or add paper to my envelopes to dress them up here and there. Great question. All right, there. I think those add a little more sparkle. These are the, I can't remember, sparkling something rhinestones. All right, so there's that. Now, I did have another piece of paper, and I think it got swept away. So I was going to put another piece right here, but you don't have to. And then I was going to do my writing here. Let me see if it's in this pile of scraps. I think, is this it? Nope, that's not it. That's too small. I'll look for it. I don't want to waste your time. So just pretend that there's another piece right there. I'll find it and I'll add it. I always take pictures of all of my cards and post them after the video. So you'll see them on my business page. All right, I'm going to hold, did I hold it up for you guys? So you guys can see the glittering rhinestones there. Isn't that cute? And this doesn't have a sentiment. Sometimes I need cards that don't have sentiments because I don't know what occasion I'm going to need it for. I can always go in and add my sentiments as needed. Or sometimes I just need a lot of room to write. So it's always good to have a few cards that can be used for anything that don't have sentiments on them. Okay, now we've got the wow card, and I'm a little nervous. Let's hope I don't make a boo-boo. All right, but if I do make a boo-boo, then you'll just realize that it's okay, right? It's not the end of the world because everybody makes mistakes. Okay, this is called a triple fold card. Are you ready? Okay, so let me tell you what I did with my card base. All right, I took a piece of paper and I forgot to write down where I cut it. So let me just measure, because this is, I went the length of my paper, my 11-inch side, okay? So this is, it's at 5.5 by 11. That's what it was. It was 5.5 by 11, okay? So you're not going to get 2 cards out of one piece of paper like I normally do. Normally it's 4.25, and then I score it at 5.5, and you get 2 out of one piece of paper, but you're only going to get 1 this time. Okay, now my score lines, you're going to see that I've got some score lines, right? Okay, let me tell you the score lines. So if you want to write this down, grab a piece of paper, or you can take a screenshot of this. Okay, so the score lines are at 1 3/4, 5.5, and 9.5. All right, those are the score lines. That makes these folds. Okay, then we're going to have some layering cardstock, and we're going to have some designer series paper. So I'm going to hold that up closer. If you guys want to take a screenshot, you can do that. All right, or you can, when the replay is on, then you can just pause the video and write everything down. Okay. All right, I'm going to move it. Don't scream. Ah! Okay. So here we go. All right, so here's one piece. Here's going to be the other piece. And then this is going to be the other piece. So see how they're layering? And we've got a little bit of edging around. All right, so this card is going to have a belly band on it. And if you're not sure what a belly band is, don't worry, I will show you. Okay, so we're going to glue this onto this piece. All right, so there's that piece. And then let's do the next one. This is the easy part. It's not really a difficult card at all. It's just going to have a lot of pieces, that's all. It's not hard. And it might actually be better to do this with liquid glue, because then if you need to move it, you can. But I think I'll do that because I just already made a boo-boo. But I won't show it to you. Hopefully you won't notice. Come on. There we go. I always store my liquid glue upside down. That once it gets kind of towards the end, it needs a wake-up call. So I like to tap it and kind of shake it up a bit. All right, as you can see, I'm using a pair of tweezers to kind of help me. We don't sell the tweezers, but, oh, poop. But, see, this is why it's nice to have liquid glue. I borrowed these from my husband. All right, there we go. See, if that had been double-sided tape, I wouldn't have been able to move it. All right, now we're going to adhere our pieces onto the card. Are you guys intrigued? Are you like, I wonder what this is going to look like? What are you thinking? Have you made this before? Have you seen one before? I'm kind of curious. All right, now I want to make sure that this is really nice and crisp fold. Let me just burnish that one more time with my bone folder. Okay. And we're going to put this here. So if you're going to be placing an order, you can place orders anytime you want. That's the nice thing. You just have to make sure that the items are not retiring. These items are still all good till June, so you've got time. Shelly said that the bundle was not available right now, so it might be on back order. Okay, so that's going to go here. And I'm looking at my flowers just to make sure they're going a way that I like. And I think I want it the other direction. All right, so that's our triple fold. Okay, and it's going to open like this. And now we're going to do a little more. All right, we're going to have our writing, but I need to trim this piece. So let me trim this because I think this was a scrap. Make sure that fits. Perfect. That was dumb. I just flipped over a piece of white paper. I'm so in the zone. So yeah, you're right, Lori. I think maybe the suite is not available if you wanted to get everything. And I think the bundle, meaning the stamps and the dies, might be on back order. But I think the paper is in stock right now. Okay. And I have to decide. I should have done my sentiment, and I didn't do it. So let's decide what we're going to do for our sentiment. And I had this little scrap, so I thought I would put that here, because isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Oops, I need to grab my other one because I just ran out. I know, isn't that funny? I think it's just our brain is so used to flipping things over. And I want to put another piece here, and I don't think I cut it. So you're going to help me decide what I want to put there. How's that? Let's look at the paper, and we'll decide which we want. Do we want some of that, this page? Do we want this in there? Or do we want another piece of, I don't think we want a repeat of this or this. Do you want something different, or should it be the same? And I don't know that we want the gray in here. I don't think the gray will work. Ooh, what about bamboo? Should we put bamboo in there? What do you think? Which one do you like? I don't care. You tell me what you like in the comments, and we'll see what wins. First piece. So Shelly says this one. Anybody else? Okay, 2 votes for bamboo. 2 votes for this one. We're going to need a tiebreaker. Who's going to be the tiebreaker? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay, Julie says this one. All right, 3 votes for that. Lori says that one. Okay, 4 votes for that. Okie dokie. Let me put it to the side. And I need to trim. And I'm not quite sure what my dimension was. So I'm just going to get rid of these pieces over here that are on the side and stamped on. So let's measure this. This goes, it's 3 3/4. So, is that right? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller. I'm going to go an eighth thinner, because this is a different dimension of the card base, and it's not going to have the mat. So this is 5 1/2. So let's go 5 1/4 and see if that works. This is totally on the fly, you guys. Yep, that'll work. I won't do a double mat on this one. We're only going to do the double mats on the front, okay? All right. And that's good that you guys picked this, because I actually have something else I could put on here that will match. So it works. Okay, excuse me. I cut out, let me move this up higher so you can see it. I cut out the chrysanthemums from that paper. What if I put them there? Or there. I think they show it better here, but I think we need space to write. So I could put them here with maybe a little bit of gold behind it. Should we bring in some gold or not? What do you think? Gold or not on the inside? Because there's not going to be any gold on the outside. I don't have gold planned on the outside, but we could put some gold on the inside. What do you guys think? I can cut that into some pieces. I'm seeing hearts, so it looks like you guys like the gold. Okay, we'll go with gold. I'm going to take my stamps. This is all one die, but I'm just going to cut these pieces so I can tuck them around that flower, okay? We'll tuck them. Do a little card surgery. Okay. I think that looks too round, so it needs a little height. How's that? Maybe less of this one. I like that better. Okay, let me get a little liquid glue. And liquid glue will dry clear, so that's always nice. Just got to make sure it's not in my fold. So let me move this over a little bit. There we go. Oop! Just ripped right out. All right. And I think that got stuck on there, so let's put some glue. Okay, just gonna hold that down. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty. All right. I want to let that dry a little bit before I close it all the way. And now I'm thinking about a sentiment on the inside. But while I'm thinking, let's put maybe a few dragonflies on my white. Okay. So let's put a few dragonflies here. And we can put a few here. Okay. Or I leave it blank and I just write in it. We'll decide. But now I'm going to work on the outside. Okay. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit and then we will close it up. I know I need to decide on a sentiment because I've got my labels here. So let me look at my sentiments and pick something. Let's see. Do I want to go with anything in here? How about sending 1,000 well wishes on your special day? And this could be a birthday card. Or, I don't really need a birthday card right now. Although it's always good to have birthday cards on hand. I think let's just go with that one. We'll go with it. This one I haven't put my sticker on it yet. Okay, I'm just going to take the backing off. And we will swap it out, our stamp. Okay, just going to put that one over here. Now this doesn't have its sticker, but that's okay. We'll wing it. See, you can't really see the words, but that's okay. Does that make you guys nervous? Just tap, tap, tap. And I did it upside down. There you go. Phew. It worked. All right. Like I said, these dies are retiring. The Stitch So Sweetly dies. They are retiring. I'm so bummed. Now, I might want to cut my belly band a little thinner. Let's see. Yeah, I think I do. I want it a little thinner. So let me trim this. This is a strip. The length of it, so it's 11 inches, but I'm going to cut it to be 1 inch in width. Okay. And I am going to put my sentiment right there in the middle of it. Now we could put dimensionals on it. I am going to add some bows, some punched bows over here. All right, we're going to add those in. So I don't know if I want it popped up because the foam tape will kind of be in the way as I'm trying to adhere them. So right now I'm just going to put a little bit of double-sided tape just in the center because that will give me space to push in my bows where I want them. All right. So I've got a little more sticky right there, but you know what? If you go to a craft store, they sell those little gummy eraser guys, or Dollar Tree even has them. Okay, these guys. And shouldn't my sentiment cover the seam? Yeah, I guess it could. I've kind of done it where I meet them and I just, it could. I've just done it this way. And since it's the same color, you won't really notice it, but you could do it that way. It's totally up to you. All right, now I'm going to add some of these in here, all right? And so I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue. I'm just going to put some dots. And then let's do another one. And we'll do a third one. And I think I need to move that a bit because you can't see it. There we go. There we go. All right, now I need that to dry. I should have made one beforehand so it would be all dry. And we can put a embellishment on here. I almost feel like I have to go grab my my hair dryer and blow on it. I know, I wish that Stampin' Up! Still sold these, but they don't. We used to. But you can get them at Dollar Tree, or should I say $1.25 Tree. Craft stores. I'm sure you can find them online too. So they're just little gummy erasers, and they take off the adhesive. So you don't have to worry about adhesive being in places you don't want it. And then they look like, you know, they don't look pleasant, but that's okay. All right, this is still a little sticky. All right, I guess I can stamp on my inside while I'm waiting for that to dry. How's that? All right, I said sending 1,000 well wishes on your special day. So here, I think I'm going to put wishing a lifetime of happiness and a world full of love. And then I would probably handwrite happy birthday. But I'm going to put my sticker on this one. You guys, if you haven't seen how to put the stickers on, this is a great opportunity for you. So the stickers always have a little split. Okay, so I take the backing off. All right. And that's sticky, super sticky. And then we take this backing off. And this is not sticky, it's just foam. All right. And then we're going to match this up like a puzzle. So I'm looking to say, oh, that says happiness. There's the happiness. So I'm just going to place this on here ever so carefully, because once it's down, it's not coming off. And then there you go. Okay. And now it's sticky. And we're going to put that on a block. And now I can stamp. Let's hope I don't make a boo-boo on this, ladies, because I kind of got away from myself. I do this sometimes. I get distracted and I do parts that I didn't mean to do. Oh well. You guys do that from time to time, don't you? Whew. I was holding my breath. All right. All right, now we've got our belly band. So I am just going to fold it. I don't know how you guys do this. How do you do your belly bands? I just fold it. I make that crease. And then I just guide it over. I match them. Now, if I was doing a different color, I would do what Lori said, and I would have hidden this behind in my sentiment. But I didn't do that this time. I feel like it blends in. All right, so I would match this up and I would adhere it. And then when you want to open the card, it just pulls right off. Okay, like that. All right. I feel like it needs a little more something on the front. What do you guys think? Yeah. Let's put a couple of these guys on here. Okay, we're done. Yay, we did it. All right, let me put all 3 cards out. That one's not going to lay flat. And then we have this one. I'll hold it. Okay, those are my 3 cards. Pretty fancy tonight. I actually didn't use the crane stamp tonight. So that means I have to play around and try and come up with a card to put my crane stamp on. I hope you enjoyed it. They're all very different. I love the cards. I love the colors. And it really has that touch of elegance to it, doesn't it, with that gold. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And like I said, if you're going to be placing an order, this is my host code. So when you go into my shop, it may ask you for a host code. So here's the deal with host codes. If you're going to be placing an order that's $150 or more, then you don't want to use this code. You're going to want to grab your own host rewards. When you have a party or an order that's $150 or more, you get what we call host rewards, and it's credit to purchase new thing or more things. So you just get rewards, and you can use those to buy stuff with. It's like play money. But if your order's under $150, I really appreciate it when you use the host code, because then I use the host rewards and I purchase prizes and things like that. Supplies for my classes and things that just make my business easier to run. Okay, you can place orders anytime you want. Right now, we have the annual catalog. That's the thick catalog, and the retiring list was just released this week. And so things that are retiring are while supplies last. When you go onto the website, you'll see last chance products. Now, some of them have been marked up to 50% off. It's mostly ribbons and embellishments and dies, but there are a few stamp sets that are reduced. And then we have the mini catalog, and this is where the products I use tonight, most of them can be found. Okay, and this is good through June. So I am having a face-to-face class in person next Saturday. It's pretty full, but if you are local and you wanted to attend, I do my face-to-face classes in sessions. So I have a 9 o'clock, a 1 o'clock, and then a 6 o'clock. And That way we can have a little more space and people feel comfortable if they want to socially distance. So that's in person. My next live class on Facebook is next Friday. And next Friday, I think I'm using On the Horizon. Is that what it is? Or no, it's Oceanfront. No, I think it's Oceanfront that I'm going to be doing. So Oceanfront will be next Friday night. So that'll be a fun stamp set to work with. All right. Okay. If you have any questions, please go ahead. You can personal message me on Facebook. You can put a comment here and ask me a question. If you want to be attending in-person classes, then you need to message me and I have to see if I have openings, okay? Because they're pretty full. The ocean class is going to be next Friday night on Facebook, Catherine. So that will be on Facebook, okie dokie. And it's a fun set. It's a set that makes different scenes. So that'll be nice. You can use it for any occasion. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. And I will see you next Friday night, okay? Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully you can find some time to do something that you enjoy doing. Maybe it's working in the yard, or maybe it's going to be crafting. I don't know. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.